Beautiful morning here as we get ready to leave the vineyard. That's the gîte right there that's built into their barn, their storage area. And yeah, it's just a beautiful day. We didn't do much yesterday except sleep and eat some of the nice food that the madame made for us, but we couldn't eat all of it. We were just, yeah, no energy, but not hungry. So we're taking some of it with us, so maybe we can have it for lunch. We won't know for probably about 15-20 minutes how we're feeling. We slept well. We slept for like 10 hours, so I mean, we slept. Oh, look at this. Yeah, didn't even look this way yesterday, but more of their vineyard. Right behind those trees there is where we just stayed, and just saw a sign with a distance on it. 1,075 kilometers. That's how much farther we have to go, which means we've gone about 800 maybe kilometers, so we're not quite halfway yet. We're not going to be halfway for, well, do the math. Right now I can't even think of what's going on right now. All I know is it's day 23, I think, out of like 65 to 70. So yeah, we're not halfway yet, but soon we'll be halfway. Next few days, within the next week will be, yeah, that's that new math. Oh, something smells. Death. Beautiful day, walking along vineyards, and we've just come across this old deserted tower. It's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know anything about it, why it's there. It's just cool because it's a tower. So we just finished coming down quite a steep and treacherous, rocky, muddy, wet, slippery path. Thinking to myself, have I ever thought about what would happen when, you know, they keep us off roads because they're dangerous? That was dangerous when it's wet. I mean, I'm sure when it's dry it's fine, but I don't know how often it dries because it's in the trees. Anyway, that's Servain over there. That's where most of our cohorts stayed last evening, and we'll check it out a little bit, but we have another, 5 hours to go, so I'm not going to stay here too long. Maybe get something to drink. So we just stopped over there at the little Vival Casino, which is like a mini market, but here it's inside of a marketplace. Anyway, we have not seen a root beer of any kind, not that we've ever looked. And inside they had this one. Now they had a bunch of mug as well. They only had one A&W. Now the can looks really old, and it's clearly, it was imported because this was canned in Texas. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. So far, it tastes pretty darn good. And actually, we were wrong. It was bottled in Jersey. But we have now come across this huge blockage in the road with no sign as to how to go around it, because we're definitely on the trail. There was a marker back there. But when we look on this side, there's nothing. Yeah, there's no way to go that way. I guess I'm going to go down that street and hope. So the detour that we found for ourselves is running across on the other side of the river, which is where we were when we got to Saint Foy. We were on this side, then we crossed over and went into Saint Foy, and then we walked half a mile and saw the road closed, and then turned around and walked back. I mean, the last time we saw the road closed on this trip, we were not on the Camino. So had it been a problem, that would have been our fault. But this one is right directly in the middle of the Camino, and when that's happened in the past, they've usually had signs telling you how to get around it. Well, this time, either they didn't, or Rob was just not observant and didn't see any. But luckily, we did find this lovely little path on the other side of the river, and hopefully we'll be coming out to a road. Ooh, I see it coming up, and a bridge, and then we'll be back, and then everything will be okay, except for the coughing. So we've just finished up our little off-piste adventure. The last part was really rather tough, trying to get across the river. There's only one bridge for like miles and miles and miles, so we had to get up to it somehow. So, we put everything away, our phone, everything, and then tried to scale. Well, didn't try, we scaled it. We scaled this side of a hill / side of the bridge. It was like a cross between bouldering and, yeah, stair climbing, except there's no stairs. It's just a muddy mess. We're about 2.5 to 3 hours from our deviation in Saint Foy. Since then, we haven't seen a whole lot of life, well, except for crickets and lots and lots and lots of grapes. Every time it points us towards a town, about halfway towards that town, we turn off and go a different direction. And that's probably happened, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. But the towns, I mean, who knows how big they were or how big they are. What we're looking for right now, though, is a place to sit down and maybe have some food. And a sign back there said 3 kilometers. So if we don't get to this town in 3 kilometers, if we turn off and go somewhere else, we'll probably just have to sit down on the ground. One thing we haven't talked too much about today is the weather. It's been actually really nice. It's supposed to be partly cloudy today. It started out not cloudy, but right now, yeah, look at all those clouds. It's gorgeous. Cool breeze. Yeah, all we could ask for now is a picnic table. We're still going straight towards this town this time, so I see a church. Church usually means a place to sit. Bench, picnic table, under a tree, a pew, a chair, something. And yeah, because it is way past lunchtime. So this is the name of the little town with the church. Hopefully we can get out without having to escape. And actually, about a quarter mile back, the Camino did want us to go to the left off that way. And we said, you know what? Nah, we're going to stay here for now. We'll walk that quarter mile back if we have to. Because right now, we need to sit more than we need to continue walking. And center of the town's up here. Looks like there's another church over there too. We might be going by that one. But right now, I'm going to go over to the one behind all these trees. And to our right, we have some pretty ponies. Some white ones, some brown ones. They look like they're having a good time. There's 2 staring at me. Okay, now there's 3 staring at me. It's okay. I'm no harm. Okay, now they're all staring at me. Go about your business. Anyway, we had a good stop for lunch, and yeah, made our reservation for tomorrow, so we know where we're staying tomorrow night. So at least we're good through Monday, because you know it's something we got to do every day. There's a lot of things we should do every day, like find a place to stay the next day, clean our clothes. It's one thing we haven't done. I mean, thank goodness we have an extra pair of clothes, because those are the ones we're wearing today. So we're wearing all brand new clothes. Fortunately, when we take a shower tonight, all we're gonna have to wear is a bathing suit. Yes, Rob bought a bathing suit this year. He did once before, and then he missed it, so he brought it again. So after his shower, he'll be wearing a bathing suit and a nice short sleeve button down shirt that he hasn't worn yet, because it's been way too cold for that. So hopefully it's not way too cold for that inside the sheet. Once again, as seems to be the theme of the day, looks like there's a town up ahead. Would be a nice place for a break before our last 40 minutes to an hour. But no, the Camino has us turning. See the yellow arrow there, and the yellow and blue arrow there, and we're going down that way. It just doesn't seem normal. I mean, usually on the Camino, they want you to go into towns. They want you to see things. But today, yeah, not so much. Unless magically there's another town within a half mile of us, we're going to the one that's straight in front of us. That's got to be our stop for today. I see a sign up there. Can't quite read it yet, but it could say Pellegrue. And yeah, we gotta go straight to this town. It'll be the first town we actually go into today. Well, actually, that's not true. We went into one other town that had a church, and that was right after the lunch stop. But all it really had was a church, and it didn't really see much else. There's lots of buildings. It's also a kebab shop, so I think that's what dinner's going to be tonight, a kebab. I mean, we've had 2 already on this trip, but what's wrong with 1 more? This is definitely our town. We've checked into our place. So far, we're the only one there. This is the market here in the center of town. Little bar over there where I think we're going to get a beer, and right above the Office of Tourism here is where we're staying. We opened all those little windows so that we can get some light and air in. Yeah, anyway, we need a beer. And there's a large beer. We could have sat outside. It's a little chilly. Still, it's nice outside, but yeah, we're a little chilly from walking. Anyway, neat little bar. Nothing special, but they got beer.